Hello, good evening, everybody, and welcome to our regular Tuesday evening. I know some people are having challenges with power supplies tonight, so if anybody else is able to join in, they can join as and how they have that option. But this is being recorded and we will send out the recording later. So we've been covering the digestive system recently, and we've gone through what the digestive system is, what it comprises of, how it works, what foods we can use to boost it. And we've started going through some of the supplements. And last week we ended on the fiber powder. So we'll pick up from where we ended last week and carry on with fiber, but in a slightly different format, because fiber is so vitally important to our digestive system. And it's something that we're not getting enough of these days, especially with the processed foods and all that sort of thing. We're not getting enough fiber in our diet. And that is leading to all sorts of issues. Anything from constipation to cancer of the colon, which is a very, very scary thing, all due to lack of fiber. So let's go through the basics again. As I said originally, my original part of the story is compliments of these authors, not my work. And I do thank them tremendously for the effort that they put in to help me. The rest of it has come from me with a little bit of assistance. So if you don't have the all-natural fiber powder, but you only have access to other sources of fiber, fiber tablets are the next best option. Now, fiber tablets are an ideal source of fiber containing a variety of both soluble and insoluble fiber, just like the powder, for maximum benefit and efficiency. So why a tablet? Because taking a tablet with plenty of water approximately half an hour before a meal contributes to a pleasant feeling of fullness, reducing the desire for large portions of food at mealtime. So if you're feeling full, you're probably not going to eat excessive amounts. So it counters the detrimental effect of modern processed foodstuffs and helps to maintain regularity naturally. I'm just going to see. Okay. So as we know, fiber is not just things like wheat pix or bran. It is a combination of a few different things. So we need to have both the soluble as well as the insoluble fibers. Now, each serving of 4 tablets provides you with 2 grams of dietary fiber. We know that most people need in the region of about 27 grams of fiber on a daily basis. Diabetics need upwards of 32 grams of fiber a day. So as always, remember that with a supplement, it is exactly that. It is in conjunction to your diet. So you need to find out how much fiber you are in fact getting in your normal diet. And that will tell you pretty much how much extra fiber you need to top up to get your optimum amount. The tablets are easy to swallow, and they should always be taken with a full glass of water, because like most things, they swell. They contain no artificial colors, flavors, or preservatives. They contain no caffeine, unlike a lot of these dietary supplements and things that claim to remove your hunger. They often contain caffeine. These do not. They are sodium-free. And you always need to drink plenty of water when taking Nearlife's fiber tablets, or you could end up with quite a sore tummy later. The majority of food we consume is in a form that cannot be utilized by the body until it has gone through the process of digestion. Now, digestion occurs in the stomach, in small intestine, and is brought about by the action of digestive enzymes. These enzymes are very specific in their action. Proteins are broken down into amino acids by protein digesting enzymes, fats and lipids into free fatty acids by fat digesting enzymes, and carbohydrates into simple sugars by carbohydrate digesting enzymes. Now, if we look at the Neolife shake, you will see that these digestive enzymes are in the Neolife shake. Overseas in the States, you can get the individual enzymes, or should I say, you get digestive enzymes in individual supplements. But unfortunately, that is not an option over here at this stage. I'm just getting a bit of feedback over here. Okay. So some foods, such as fruits, vegetables, grains, seeds, and legumes, contain a carbohydrate portion which is not able to be digested by the enzymes we produce. This portion passes through our system in a non-digested form and is commonly referred to as dietary fiber. Dietary fiber is a complex of non-digestible carbohydrates present in the cellular structures of the plant-derived foods we eat. Fiber includes the skins and pulp of fruits and vegetables, plus the seeds, nuts, beans, and grains. It comes to us as 5 different components in 2 basic forms. We thought that fiber was such a complex thing. One form is insoluble fiber, and its component types are cellulose, hemicellulose, and lignin. The second form is soluble fiber. Its component types are gum and pectins. Now, as the definitions state, insoluble means that it will not dissolve. So it goes through the system as roughage and acts almost like a broom. The soluble can get broken down. Each of these 5 different types of fiber contributes benefits to the overall proper functioning of our digestive tract. Now, a lot of fiber supplements contain a single source. So you might be getting something, but you're not getting enough. So just a few short years ago, dietary fiber, referred to as roughage, was considered to be irrelevant to well-being. Only grandmothers who claimed you need your roughage every day to stay healthy seem to recognize the value of this important aspect of our diet. However, physicians working in Africa found that certain societies appeared to be free from any diseases common to Western cultures. They found that people in these societies were living on high-fiber diets of unrefined, unprocessed foods, and determined that the lack of fiber in the Western diet may be responsible for many common challenges to our well-being. Health organizations currently recommend a dietary intake of 25 to 35 grams of fiber per day for adults. Think of your diet. How much fiber have you had today? The average person consumes only 10 to 20 grams per day, which is about half of the amount recommended. And people who live on a diet of almost exclusively processed foods are getting significantly less than even this average. Considering the importance of dietary fiber, this appears to be a critical weakness in our diet. So a lot of people say, yes, if I speak to them, I say, don't forget you need fiber in your diet. And they say, yes, I do get my fiber. I have my brain flakes every single day, or my wheat pix every single day, which is great. but they're not getting enough. So for decades, fiber has been considered synonymous with bran. However, as was mentioned above, fiber is not a single substance, but rather a complex which is available to our bodies in 5 major types, each serving a valuable dietary function. Cellulose and hemicellulose. Cellulose is the most abundant fiber in our foods. It is cellulose which forms the cell walls of plants. Hemicellulose is a polysaccharide, meaning multi-sugar, which is a complex carbohydrate which combines with pectin to create the matrix or intracellular substance in which the cellulose fibers are enmeshed. So if you think of, you get this stuff that you put in your tires as an emergency repair, puncture repair. So you get a little can of liquid that you carry in the boot of your car. Should you have a flat tire along the way and you don't have time to change it, you simply attach the nozzle of the can to your tire. After shaking it a little bit, you then trigger it and you let this little can fill your tire. What happens is it releases the liquid into the tire, and as soon as that liquid comes in contact with air, it forms a matrix. So as soon as it finds out where the puncture is, it forms a matrix to block it. You can then simply inflate your tire with normal air and keep going for a relatively short period of time until such time as you can get it properly repaired. But this is how your fibers work as well. So they're floating around until they form this little matrix to sit inside the gut. Cellulose and hemicellulose contribute to regularity and help to relieve and prevent constipation. These substances remain virtually unchanged as they pass through the digestive tract, adding bulk and absorbing water along the way. Remember last week or the week before, we spoke about what happens after the food is digested and how it gets broken down and absorbed until it passes through your system in the form of stool. The additional volume increases the speed at which food moves through the digestive tract. Now, lignin is a woody substance that helps, sorry, my picture's in the way, that helps to support the walls of the plant cell, and it helps move food through the gastrointestinal tract more quickly. Gums are the soluble portion of fiber, part of the pulp of plants. Pectin is the gel-like constituent that acts as a binding agent for the fiber structure within plants, almost like the superglue. So the fiber challenge is basically putting back the 10 to 20 grams of fiber we are lacking each day. And this can present a real challenge in this age of processed and refined foods. Plus, fruits, vegetables, and grains vary considerably in the amounts and types of fiber they contain. Remember that whole grain bread isn't always what it says. For example, leafy cabbage, young peas, and other immature plants have a good deal of cellulose, but only a small quantity of lignin. Bran, on the other hand, supplies high levels of cellulose, hemicellulose, and lignin, but contains no pectin or gums. So just like a protein that needs all 22 amino acids, a fiber needs all 5 sources for it to be effective. Research indicates that a complete mixture of the different types of fiber is necessary for optimum physiological functioning. This is where Neolife comes in, because all of the above knowledge is reflected in the formulation of Neolife's fiber-based products. The fiber tablets contain 4 tablets and 2 grams of fiber, and the all-natural fiber food and drink mix in 1 scoop contains 8 grams. So your fiber powder or drink mix is actually a better value for money as opposed to the tablets. Each product provides a combination of soluble and insoluble fiber from a variety of different fruits, vegetables, nuts, and grains. So if you really wanted to, if your average diet gives you your 10 to 15 grams of fiber a day, you can combine your fiber tablets and the fiber drink mix, because then you'll have at least 10 grams of extra fiber, which will bring you pretty close to your 20 that you're needing. So soluble fiber dissolves in water to form a gel. Gums, mucilages, and pectins found in fruits, vegetables, legumes, oats, and bran. The insoluble fiber absorbs or holds water and produces bulk. And you get cellulose, hemicellulose, and lignin. And the food sources of these are your whole wheat products, bran flakes, and then your solubles in your fruits, vegetables, legumes, oats, and oat bran. This, I think, is one of my more favorite products as well. Used worldwide in beverages and traditional remedies, the soothing aloe vera plant has been enjoyed both topically and internally for about 4,000 years to support health, stamina, and vitality. Aloe dates back at least as far as Cleopatra, because she was known to have used aloe, I think specifically aloe vera, on her skin. As the name implies, aloe vera plus goes beyond providing only the benefits of aloe vera by including the herbal benefits of nature's energizer, namely ginseng, as well as chamomile, to calm and relax. The effects of herbs and aloe tended to be a mystery of nature, but research is beginning to validate many traditional uses of the succulent plant, as well as herbal extracts. This combination in aloe vera plus is a delicious and refreshing way to revitalize you so that you can best meet the mental and physical challenges of your day. Aloe vera has been safely used worldwide for about 4,000 years to support health and vitality. In an effort to deal with some of the challenges associated with modern lifestyles, people are again turning to nature for the refreshing benefits of the aloe vera plant. This particular product contains the highest quality imported aloe vera. It is the gel-only filleting process that keeps aloe polysaccharides intact for maximum benefit. The special herbal tea blend that includes energizing ginseng and calming and relaxing chamomile, glycemic edge beverage, which is sweetened with fructose for quick and sustained energy. So for me, I enjoy it, especially traveling for a while and we're going to start a meeting and you have a little tot of aloe, you feel immediately relaxed and revitalized. However, if you're feeling stressed just before bed, take a tot of aloe, because the other bits will kick in and allow you to relax and calm you. It has a great refreshing flavor. I'm sure everybody on this call actually understands that and knows that. It is a pleasant tasting aloe gel, delicious herbal tea blend, fragrant citrus flavor, and one of nature's sweetening agents add up to a great taste. It has guaranteed purity, potency, and freshness. The so-called folk remedies have proliferated throughout the many ages of mankind. In fact, almost the entire development of what we now refer to as modern medicine has taken place in the last 2 centuries, and most of that in the last 50 years. So technology isn't all bad. 200 years of giant strides have unquestionably lengthened life expectancies and provided many preventative solutions to age-old maladies. But somehow, the human species has survived and often thrived for thousands of centuries without the benefits of modern medicine. Surprise? How could that occur? Because nature, which provides man with materials for nutrition, materials for shelter, and materials, in fact, for every aspect of life, also provides man with materials for renewal and rebuilding. Penicillin, for example, may be refined and processed from simple bread molds. it is highly probable that the aloe vera plant of today differs very little from its form when dinosaurs roamed the earth. It is speculation, of course, but it is not too difficult to imagine early man gratefully rubbing the aloe vera juice on the badly damaged skin he must certainly have suffered in his first fumbling attempts to master the use of fire. Somehow, a belief in the properties of aloe vera has apparently followed mankind throughout the time of his reign on earth, all the way to the present. Aloe vera uses today acclaim an almost unlimited variety of applications. What is the truth about aloe vera? The truth is, nobody really knows. The mystery of aloe vera remains a scientific riddle after centuries of intensely concentrated research in many countries all over the world. Yet, ever greater numbers of people swear by it for relief of a wide variety of ailments and general restoration of vitality in old, tired bodies and the like. Does it work? For thousands of years, millions have thought so, yet the mystery remains. Near-Life makes no claims for the functions of aloe vera plus beyond its exceptional purity, safety, and consistency. Near-Life, quite frankly, does not know how or if aloe vera can be so widely beneficial. My personal opinion, it can. But Near-Life researchers have painstakingly processed this wholly naturally occurring product and added herbal extracts of chamomile and ginseng, all used and cherished throughout man's history. The Near-Life name and reputation was then put behind it, even though there is very little hard laboratory evidence to substantiate the myriad of claims made by millions of users over a period of many recorded centuries. Why? Because there is absolutely no hard evidence to refute those claims. And every once in a while, really, the tides of scientific acceptance are turned by the tidal wave of public acceptance. Near-Life's aloe vera plus just might make you a believer. People often try to solve their physical and mental problems created by day-to-day pressures by turning to alcohol and drugs. The medical community tries to solve the situation by recommending prescriptions for various drugs. This can often lead to the greater problem of drug dependency. Today, people around the world are turning, as they have for centuries, to naturally occurring aloe vera products in an effort to deal with some of the negative elements associated with modern lifestyles. Knowing this to be the case, and knowing of aloe vera's illustrious history, Near-Life has applied that knowledge and developed Near-Life aloe vera plus. But as the name implies, this product goes beyond providing the benefits of aloe by including herbs for their folkloric benefits and fructose to offer quick energy. Aloe vera plus is specially formulated and targeted to help your body overcome the impact brought on by today's active lifestyle. Now I'm going to end there because we're about to run out of time. Got about 8 minutes left, but I don't think I'm going to be able to get through the rest of that, unfortunately. Does anybody have any questions or comments before I stop the recording? Just unmute yourself, Linda.
Okay. Sean, I cook my oats with more water than necessary, and then I strain it to get rid of all that gel stuff. Okay, now am I getting rid of carbohydrates or am I getting rid of the soluble fiber?
You are probably getting rid of some of the soluble fiber, but the oats do generally contain a lot of fiber on their own.
Yeah, fiber, but I mean, is there
Linda, why do you strain it?
That gel stuff that I strain out, are there carbohydrates in it as well, or only soluble fiber?
It would be complex.
I try to get rid of the carbohydrates.
Okay, it'll be your complex carbohydrates, not your simple carbohydrates. Complex carbohydrates are always healthier because your body breaks them down to create their own sugar, not the processed sugars.
No, because I like the oats porridge without all that gel stuff, and then I still add some seeds to it, and I love it because as I eat it, I can actually you basically chew the grain of the oats, and
Correct.
it's nice. And I was just wondering if I'm doing a wrong thing, but I get like carbohydrates in other ways.
Correct. That's
I
fine.
don't know.
But you are losing to a certain extent, but not significantly.
Using a bit of the soluble fiber, is that what you say, that
Correct.
I'm throwing out?
Yeah, and some of the
Yeah.
complex carbohydrates.
In other
Yeah,
words,
but
the good stuff of the
Mm.
fiber.
And I usually sweeten my oats with natural honey or raw honey.
you know, when I do that with my oats, I put like a wee bit, a half a teaspoon of butter, real butter in it, because I only use butter.
Yeah.
And then I sprinkle honey over it. But you know, if I eat it without that honey, it is so tasty. I just love it. I'm addicted
Yes.
to it.
Good.
It's like a dessert, you know, but without the gel stuff.
That's fine.
Anyways, no, I was just wondering if I'm doing a wrong
Mm.
thing, but at least I get the insoluble fiber
Yes.
quite a
you are.
bit. But I eat lots of fruit, so I think I get a lot of.
Yeah.
Yeah. Okay.
So you're making up for it
That's
in other
enough.
places. Perfect.
Can I just say something?
Go for it.
I've noticed years ago, when I was still baking, especially I've put the flaxseed also in the health rusks.
Mhm.
But you know what? The flaxseed, as Dr. Oz said, it goes right through your system. It's not like the other nuts and that you can chew. So just use it as a kind of a fiber in the health rusks.
Yeah, so it's an insoluble fiber, and it's also a good source of, well, it is a source. I wouldn't say good source, but it is a source of omega-3.
Of what?
Omega-3.
Oh, yes, yes.
It is a source, but not the best source.
But if you want to take omega-3 that way, you need to get a lot of you have to take a lot to get to
Yeah.
make it worth the while if you
But
use that for omega-3.
Yeah, but it also only contains, I think, one of the 8 omegas.
Yeah.
So it is a source, but not the best source.
Yeah. How much must you eat? Yeah. Anyways, doesn't matter. I don't take that for omega.
All right, I'm going
Yeah.
to stop recording.